Okay, yeah, so quadratic functions are parabolas, yes, and they either open up or down. What decides or what will indicate if it opens up or if it opens down?
A negative or positive.
What?
A.
A value, right?
Yeah.
So this is our A value. Okay, so if we have a positive A, it is a happy parabola, right? And if it's a negative A, it's a sad parabola. Good. Tell me more about our parabolas.
They have x-intercepts and y-intercepts. They have a vertex.
Do they have x-intercepts always?
No, I guess not necessarily.
No, but they definitely do have y-intercepts. Okay. What is this?
Except technically a parabola could also not have a y-intercept.
Okay, yeah, you're right. If it's like a real life example, we might not necessarily have a y-intercept. You're totally right. But if it's just like a graphical one, then it will always have a y-intercept, right? For sure. Yeah, what did I draw? What is this point?
Vertex.
It has a vertex.
Line symmetry.
There we go. We call that axis of symmetry. How do we find that axis of symmetry?
Take both your x-intercepts and divide by 2.
Perfect, okay? So yeah, we can find our both x-intercepts and divide by 2. Or if we know two pairs that have the same like y-coordinate,
Yeah.
that because it is symmetrical, right? Because it has the axis of symmetry. As long as it has the same y-coordinate, you can find the axis of symmetry that way,
Yeah.
for sure. So they're symmetrical. Okay, good. What else? What about the degree on the exponent?
That has to be power 2.
Perfect. It has to be to the power of 2. Okay, something like that. So the highest degree is 2. Good. Okay. Moving on. Okay, so we have standard form and vertex form and factored form. Okay, you guys need to know all three of them. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna leave that up.
Probably should.
Probably should, eh? Okay, so standard form, we have y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. What do we know if our equation is in standard form? What can we find out?
You can find the direction of the opening,
Okay.
the axis symmetry and the y-intercept.
Not the axis of symmetry.
Not the axis of symmetry, but
Isn't
the
it related to it?
Well, it's related with all of them, but
yeah, you will be able to find that from the equation itself, Logan. But using like what we just talked about, like if you know 2 points that have the same y coordinate, you can find the axis of symmetry that way. Okay. Y-intercept, so that is going to be your c value. Okay. Good. And that is our A value. Good. Okay. Next we have vertex form. So y is equal to ax minus h squared plus k. And what do we know from this? We have an A, right? So the A value will tell us the direction of opening. What else do we know from vertex form? What is H?
The X value.
Cool. H is the X value of what?
The vertex.
A vertex. Good. So if it's a negative H,
It's a positive X value.
yeah, moves right. Positive H moves left. Good. And what does the K value tell us?
Up or down?
Yeah, so the Y value of the vertex. Good. So if it's a positive K, what?
Then it's gonna go upwards,
Good.
the negative downwards.
Good. Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't leave anything there. Okay. How? Hey. Excuse me. Yeah, that's not a good time. I did not ask anything to be installed. We'll just hide that. Okay, and then we'll do factored form as well. So factored form, we have y is equal to a x minus r and x minus h. So again, a will tell us the direction of the opening. What does my r and h values represent? R and H are x-intercepts. Good. And we need to set equal to 0 if we're writing it in our factored form, right? So if the x-intercept was like positive 2, it would be x plus 2. Other way around. If it was a positive 2 x-intercept, it would be x minus 2, right? Because 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. And if it was a negative 2 x-intercept, it would be x plus 2, right? Because if it was negative 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. That is good. We like that. Okay. Good. Now, what if... So I'm going to jump past 3s. I know we just talked about these. Maybe we'll just do it on this slide. How do I find the y-intercept if we don't know it?
You find the a-intercept first, because then you can.
Now it's x equals
Oh.
0.
Yep, so perfect. We need to set x equal to 0.
And then once you need the a.
You will also need the a value too, yeah.
Hey, so watch it real quick.
Yep. Okay, set x equal to 0 and solve for y. Okay. Good. Okay. What if I asked you, how do I find a value?
Like the A value or A value?
The a value.
It's a 0.
Oh, you have to set, no,
You find a point, something to a point.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So if you're just given a question and it says find the a, so first you have to decide, like based on the information that's given, right? You have to decide if you're going to do standard form, factored form, or vertex form, right? Based on info given, decide. which form to write in. So vertex form, factored form, or standard. Okay, then step 2. Step 2, you will know an ordered pair, right? So substitute known ordered pair into equation and solve for A. Okay, make sure you guys are able to find the A value. Okay, that is very important. Okay, so we've gone through factored form, we've gone through vertex form, and we've gone through standard form.
How many questions is this gonna be?
23 multiple choice.
Well, there are multiple choice that you have to figure out.
23 is multiple choice, and then you have like 6 short answers, which are worth 24 marks. Okay?
Are the multiple choice like you have to solve and then you have to like figure out what the equation is, or?
Yeah, so there's a pretty good variety of those. So like for example, one of the questions, it'll give you like 4 different functions, and then it will ask which of these functions does not have a vertex at this point, kind of thing. So it's important that you guys know. The computer will automatically restart in 20 seconds. Okay, well, we're gonna get shut down in 20 seconds here.
Can I just pop up?
I should actually save this. Save that. Hurry, save,
Do something.
save.
Wait, what about you?
Oh, it says at the top there.
Yes.
Ah!
Rude.
What did it say up there?